In today's video, we are doing a mix of high-end and budget-friendly beauty finds. So I created this entire look using a good mix of affordable beauty and kind of some of my high-end favorites. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get started. So to kick it off, we are gonna start with a budget-friendly foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. So this is a very light coverage, kind of more of a natural finish foundation. It's beautiful. I feel like I get enough coverage from this as a foundation, but you can certainly mix this with the foundation if you want more coverage. I would just recommend using deciding if you're using a more full coverage foundation and mix with this. Just add a little bit of that and help this product be a mixing medium to make that product go further. This is the shade 4 to 5 medium. It looks like it might be a little dark, but let's go in and just kind of see how this applies. I'm taking the BK Beauty 106, and you guys, I'm so excited. I want to make sure I announce this early in the video, but BK Beauty's Black Friday Cyber Monday sale just kicked off today, you guys. It runs through December 1st. And it's 20 to up to 35% off some of our sets. And this is the first time that the Nikki Volume 2 set has been on sale. So if you've been waiting for the set to go on sale, it is on sale now, you guys. Also, we are doing a free A506 concealer brush with every order over $150. So definitely go check that out. I'm gonna link and tag all of the BK Beauty brushes that I'm using in YouTube shopping. And yeah, we're super excited. This and our anniversary sale are like our big sales every year. So super excited to be announcing that today. Okay, now I'm just using the 106 to kind of just bounce on the face. When you bounce a brush like this, you're gonna build the most coverage. If you sweep and swipe, you're gonna shear out a product. So because again, this is more of a light coverage foundation, you, or I should say, I don't know what you wanna do, but I wanna build a little bit more coverage and just get the most out of it. So I'm just gonna kind of bounce it. And I love the 106 for this technique because it's just dense enough to give you that coverage, but there's still some flexibility in movement, so it still spreads and blends out. You know, if you watch my videos, you've heard me say this probably 1,000 times, but it is so true. What really makes an exceptional makeup brush is a brush that has the right amount of density, but still has some give and some flexibility, because I have come across so many foundation brushes that are so dense. They're just like a brick. And the idea is, oh, it's going to give you full coverage. Yeah, it will, but are you able to really blend that product out? Likely not. And that's when you're left with really heavy looking cakey makeup. But if a brush is too soft and has too much give, you're really not able to build coverage. So it's really understanding the purpose of the brush and really fine tuning that density and that flexibility. And I feel like the 106, we nailed it with that brush. And if you're new to my videos and you don't know what I'm talking about, I am the founder of BK Beauty Brushes. So I used to be a makeup artist. I was a trainer for MAC Cosmetics. That's kind of how I started my makeup career 20 something years ago. And I launched BK Beauty 6 years ago because I wanted to create tools that really were tools that I would use as a professional makeup artist in my kit, but that also a woman who is just starting makeup and really doesn't have a lot of experience can pick these brushes up and they can simplify her makeup routine, do all the blending for her, and just give her that professional kind of flawless look. Oh, this product is so nice, you guys. If you have not tried this L'Oreal True Match Nude Tinted Serum, it's just absolutely beautiful. It gives a really natural finish. So the skin looks healthy and not heavy. It doesn't look matte, so you have some life to the skin, but it's not like shiny or greasy. I am gonna go in and build a little bit more in certain areas, so kind of work it into the brush. And then I'm just gonna go and add a little more coverage really in the center of the face and on the forehead. I don't need a lot of coverage on the forehead, but I didn't get much product up there initially, so we're just adding a little more. I need my makeup to last all day today. It is about 9 a.m. right now, and I have a full day, and then I have an evening event tonight. I'm actually speaking on a panel at the college that I went to. So they invited me to speak kind of like as a, alumni entrepreneur in the community, and I'm excited about that. Next, let's go in with concealer, and I actually have a high and a low option here. I'm gonna start with the high, but I think I'm gonna go in with the low to add a little bit of brightness. So we're gonna go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. This is a really great concealer for full coverage, longevity. It lasts all day, but it doesn't feel heavy. I'm gonna tag all the products that I'm using in YouTube shopping. It's kind of become my favorite way to shop on YouTube, you guys. You'll see the products pop up on screen as I talk about them, and you'll also see them tagged below the video, and you can shop it that way. And of course, I will put all the links in the description box too. If for some reason you can't shop on YouTube shopping that way, or you can't find the product, you can check out the description box and see all the links. And I'm gonna go in with the N19 to blend this out. And this is part of Nikki Volume 2, you guys. This has been one of, I can't say bestseller yet because we're not selling these individually yet. We're only selling the set, but I predict that when we do start selling these individually, this will be one of the best sellers because I see so many incredible reviews on social media about this brush. People are loving it. And it was really designed to mimic a velour puff. Nikki wanted to kind of mimic that shape of velour puff. So you can use this for powder or you can use it to blend out cream concealer. It is so nice. And I'm just kind of pressing the product into the skin. I love this brush. It's so, so good. Nikki actually, fun little fact about this brush, she actually sent me a sketch of this. Like she was very particular on exactly how she wanted it, the shape she wanted. It was one that she really put a lot of thought into, and I'm so happy that she did. And I encourage you guys to definitely hop over to the website because there are some deeper discounts on some sets than others, but everything is at a minimum 20% off and some things are up to 35, you guys. So really, really great deals. We were like, this year we got to go big. Oh, that looks so good. Okay. Now, I don't really know that I need any more coverage under the eyes. In fact, I don't. I know that I don't. But I do want to add a little bit of brightness right on the forehead. So I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. And this is the color corrector. And this is the shade 121. Is it the color corrector or is it a concealer? Let's see. Because they come in color corrector shades as well as concealer shades. This says multi-use concealer. Okay, it's not a corrector shade. It's just like one of the normal shades. I love how lightweight it is. It's very light and sheer. It's hydrating. It's really beautiful. I'm going to use a little bit of this right here on the forehead just to give a little bit of brightness. And I'm also going to put a little bit here to give a little brightness. Now, I don't usually do this, add concealer on the face, just because I usually don't need it. And I don't think I need it today, but because I did use this product and it's very more of a light natural coverage, I can get away with adding some concealer without it looking heavy. So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna take the same N19 and I'm just gonna press in that area. I don't wanna move it or spread it too far out. I really wanna keep it concentrated in the area that I applied it. So all that means is I'm just gonna press, press, press right on top of that. I don't wanna spread, I don't wanna move because then again, I'm adding that brightness in an area that I didn't initially want it. So be mindful of that when you're highlighting, that you're not spreading it too far around the face. I just love to press the product in, really press it into the skin for that seamless blend. For brows, I'm gonna do a high and a low combo. So I'm gonna start with the Revie Beauty Brow Pencil. I love this brow pencil. And I have two shades. I'm gonna go in with the shade Taupe first. I'm going to just define and shape my brows with this product. I really love this pencil. If you like a very fine, like micro tip pencil that can create really nice hair-like strokes, this is such a good one. It's really, really nice. I love this, and then I love my Benefit Precisely Brow Pencil. I use both of them. My Benefit is out, and I saw that I had these. I haven't packed this up yet. I'm in the process of moving, and so a lot of my makeup is packed up, but I'm trying to keep all the staples, the things that I love and use all the time, out. So this is why this one's still out. So I'm using the pencil to really shape the brow and define it. Perfect. Okay, now that I have the shape, I'm gonna go in and add volume. So I'm gonna go and use like a fiber building brow gel. And I love the e.l.f. This is such a great brow gel. It's such a great price. I have the shade Taupe, and I hope, yeah, I still have enough in here. I need to replace this because it is on its very last couple uses. This one's great though. It really builds the brow. It gives like this soft, fluffy look. And I'm just gonna kind of fill in the bulk of the brow with this product. And I like to brush the hair up to, again, create the illusion of more volume and a fluffier kind of brow. I don't have much brow. The hairs that I do have are very thin. They kind of grow at a downward angle. So it takes a lot of work to get the brows that I want. Okay, next I'm gonna go in and set with powder, and then we're gonna go and build some dimension in the face. So to set underneath the eyes, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Blurfection pink powder. This is such a great pink powder, you guys, if you're looking for one. I'm gonna go in with the same brush that I used for concealer, the N19. I'm gonna really load the brush up, but then I'm gonna take the back of my hand or the palm of my hand and kind of press it in to just blot any excess off. And then we're just gonna softly actually not softly, I'm firmly pressing this into the under eye area to set that concealer. And then I'm gonna set right around the nose. And you know what? I'm gonna take it too on the forehead and just cut down a little bit of that shine. So any place that I added concealer is really where this is going, underneath the eyes and in the area that I wanted to brighten. Look how pretty that is. This is such a beautiful blurring powder. As you apply it, you can really see the pores and the texture just completely smooth out. And it really matters on the brush you use. If you use something dense like the N19, you'll really see it blur. If you use something soft and fluffy, you'll still get a blurring effect, but it'll be softer and less dramatic. So keep that in mind. Okay, next let's go and add some dimension to the face. And I'm gonna go back in, now we're switching to a high end. I'm gonna use the Hung Van Gogh powder bronzer in the shade Straightforward. I love this bronzer. It's very nice, very beautiful. If you haven't tried this line, I encourage you to check out his products. They're really high quality. Everything I've tried, I've loved, and I've actually tried every single thing except one of the eyeliners. He has 2 eyeliner formulas. I think I tried the Eye Kohl. So, okay, we're gonna go in with this, and I'm gonna go in with the BK Beauty 103. This is a large powder foundation brush. So this is just gonna give me a soft, kind of natural application. It's gonna give me control in the way that it's not gonna pick up and apply a lot of product. But as far as placement, it's not giving me a lot of control because it is larger. So this is gonna apply less product in a larger area. So if you're looking to like contour or structure the face, then you want something smaller, a little more dense. But today I just want something nice and natural. And I love this powder bronzer. It's really beautiful. This one and the Dior Forever powder bronzers have been my go-to. I just love the color, and it's very blurring too. It's very smoothing and just a really beautiful golden warm color. I'm gonna take this brush and we're gonna dust this in the temple area and then right into the top of the hairline. I'm gonna leave this area without bronzer because again, I applied that pink powder for brightening. So I want the bronzer and the brightening products to really work together to create dimension to the face, right? Where I apply the bronzer is gonna create definition, and where I apply that brightening, it's gonna kind of highlight and make those areas look like they're coming forward. All right, and I'm gonna put a little bit on the side of the nose. This brush is a little difficult to do that because it's so big, but we're gonna make it happen. Perfect. Oh, look at that. Just so soft, so natural. I love, love, love. Love this. If you want a good powder bronzer, this one is it, or the Dior Forever too. Okay, you guys, let's go into blush. Now for blush, this is hard. Do we call this high or low? Let me know down below if you consider this high or low. It's from the Sephora Collection brand. It's their colorful blush. Now, I don't know the exact cost on this. Let's look it up actually, because Sephora Collection is the most like reasonable makeup brand at Sephora. If you search by like lowest cost, Sephora Collection will always come up, but it is Sephora, right? It's not Target. Although some products at Target or the drugstore that are drugstore brands, I mean, those prices are really raising. So I'm curious to know, like, actually, let's look at stuff. Let's see what this is, and then we'll compare it to like a L'Oreal blush. Okay, well, you guys, currently the Sephora, this is like on sale for $7, but that's a sale price. It's normally $14. So $14, let's just say to be fair, $14. Now let's go and see what L'Oreal's blushes are. Okay, you guys, I'm seeing the Infallible Fresh Wear is $18. I'm seeing the L'Oreal True Match is $11. So it's safe to say this is a very much in comparison to L'Oreal price points, okay? Let's put this in the kind of more affordable bucket. This is the shade Flirt It Up 06. And for this, I'm gonna apply, this is probably my favorite brush from the Nikkie collection. It's hard to pick a favorite, but if you made me pick one favorite, I would pick this one. It's the N20, and this is a diffuser brush. And this just gives you so much control with blush application, whether you're applying powder, cream, or liquid. It's very light, so it really allows you to have a lot of control over that blush application and apply it light or build it up to get more color. This is a very pretty color. Okay, I'm gonna give you a tip using the N20, okay? Because this brush is so versatile. If you want a really light application, like you just want a very diffused light application of product, use the tip of the brush and just softly swirl it around in the product, okay? But don't put a lot of pressure. You don't want the fibers that are more dense to pick that product up. You just want the tip of the brush to do that. Then go to the face and softly just sweep and brush it on the skin. And you can see that you're getting color, but it's very controlled and it's very soft, right? Again, it's all in the pressure that you use in the product and on the skin. However, if you want more color, what you want to do is you want to really use the side of the brush and put a lot of pressure in there. Allow the color and the product to really coat not only the tip of the brush, but the more dense base of the brush. And then go to the skin and apply more pressure. And look, do you see that? You get more color application. So this brush is very versatile. One of the reasons I love it. Okay, and then we're just gonna even things out. With blush, I go in not knowing if I want a lot of color or a little color. 9 times out of 10, I apply my blush, and then after all the eye makeup is on and everything is done, I go back and apply more. But we are gonna leave it here for now. Oh, this color is beautiful. So it has a little bit of a sheen. So as the light hits my face, you can see the highlight that it gives, but it's not like frosty or shimmery at all. It's really, really nice. Okay, so moving into eyes, most of the products we're using are a little bit more on the high end, but the mascara is a L'Oreal mascara. So let's go ahead and get in first with the base. I'm gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario Longwear Cream Shadow. This is the shade Mauve, and I'm going to apply this all over the eyelid pretty liberally, meaning I'm applying a good amount. Now, with this product, you have to work quick, you guys, because this dries, and when it dries, it is like budge proof, which is great, but it also means you can't blend it out. So make sure that you blend it out while it's still wet. Do you see how fast I'm working? Now, if that means that you do one eye at a time, do it, but I can work quickly. So I'm using the N20S, which is a smaller version of the N20. So it's designed for the eyes. And I'm just really feathering and spreading this product out. Now, while that part dries, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take the same product and I'm gonna take a smaller brush. This is the N23, and I'm going to use this brush to apply it on the lower lashes, just below the lower lashes. So we're gonna just go right under here. So we're kind of surrounding the eye with this really beautiful, soft mauve shade. I love this color. It is really my favorite color. Nikki turned me on to this and it's so good, so good. Okay, now that that's completely dry, I'm gonna be working with two palettes today actually, because I want a little bit of shimmer. So I'm gonna go in with the Hung Van Gogh, but I love the Makeup by Mario, the neutral matte palette. It's just such a great go-to to give definition and just complete a look. So I'm gonna go in with this really beautiful taupey, kind of mauve-y, shimmery shade. And I'm just gonna sweep a little bit of this right in the center of the lid, just to highlight the lid a bit. But I want to kind of keep it sheer. I don't want it to be too foiled or too metallic. So I'm really just going to spread it out. Perfect. Just a little bit of highlight right there. Then I'm going to go into the Makeup by Mario and I'm going to keep this look pretty simple. I'm just going to go in with this shade right here and we're going to apply this in the crease to create a little more definition and just kind of finish the eye look. For liner, we're going to go in with the Hourglass liner in the shade Chestnut. These are very creamy. This color is really beautiful. It's like a dark, almost like burgundy brown. If you look closely, you can see there are like hues of burgundy, but at first glance, it just looks like a very dark brown. I'm going to go ahead and remove this before it stays on my hand and I cannot get it off. These are very long wearing, so I love that. And I'm really going to kind of keep this pretty thin and just line the outer half of my eye. Just a little definition. Because it's so dark, I don't want it to be too thick. I'm gonna do something a little different here. So I'm gonna lay this one down first, but then I'm gonna go in with a lighter brown and we're going to kind of soften it with this. But if I didn't go in with the darker first, this one alone wouldn't have given me the definition I wanted. And this shade, by the way, you guys, is the shade Solstice. This is beautiful. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of go right over that. So I've got the depth of the first one down, but this one kind of gives a little bit of a softer look. This one also has a little bit of a shimmer to it, so it highlights the eye. I'm gonna take this one and we're gonna go right on the lower lash line in the outer corner with this. Perfect, keeping it very, very light and soft, not too much. Now, before this completely dries, I'm gonna go in with the same brush that I applied the Makeup by Mario Cream Shadow on the lower lash line, it's N23, and we're just going to just run it over that liner. This step is just a little extra step. It really just kind of ensures that the liner is smooth and seamless throughout the entire line. If you get a smooth, seamless line before and you don't need to do this, great, you don't need to do this. But for me, I was like, oh, I want to smooth out that one little bump right there. Now we are ready for mascara. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. This is such a great affordable mascara, you guys. It gives a lot of volume, a lot of length. The wand is really nice and like chunky. So you just have to be careful when you're applying it that you don't make a mess, because it could be very easy to make a mess when you have a large mascara wand like this. So I like to apply it at the base of my lashes, just kind of rest my lashes on top and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. When you wiggle the brush back and forth like this, you're really getting a lot of the product off the wand and onto your lashes versus just going in and just coating like this. So if you want a lot of drama, a lot of volume at the base, place the wand there, wiggle back and forth, and then pull up. And I'm really taking my time to build this lash up and kind of fan out the lashes by taking the tip of the wand and kind of spreading them out once I have them well coated. I do find this mascara is quick to dry, so it's always good to dip it back in when you go to the other eye. Now I'm gonna apply a little bit on the lower lash line, but because this is a very dramatic mascara, I don't wanna go too heavy, so be careful. I like a little definition on the lower lashes, but it's very easy to overdo it on the lower lashes. And a few things can happen that you don't want. One, it looks just very heavy and weighs the eye down. And I just don't think it's very flattering. And it's also very distracting. But two, and this is really probably the most important, is when you have too much mascara down there throughout the day, especially if you live in a hot or humid climate, if you have oily skin, if you've applied a concealer that's very creamy or emollient or an eye cream or whatever it might be, any products that you apply underneath there, if they have oils or emollients in them, they can mix with the mascara, and then halfway through the day you have mascara underneath your eye. So just be mindful of that when you're applying mascara on the lower lashes. You want to keep it very light and to a minimum. Oh, okay, we are really happy with the way makeup is looking. Okay, let's move on to lips. For lips, it is 100% drugstore affordable. I just feel like there are so many great options for lips. Now, I have a couple of liners here. This is the Duck Plump NYX lip liner, and this is the shade Pink Injection. Okay, let's do a swatch of this. This is pretty. Look at this. This is like a cool tone pink. How pretty is that? Okay, that is definitely one we can consider. Let's move on and try this one from NYX. I know I love this one. This is the Line Out Loud, and this is the shade Leave a Legacy. I've used this before. This is a little more spicy nude color. That's really beautiful too. This is one of my go-to colors. I love it. And then the last one that I have is this Maybelline Lifter Liner. This is the shade Line Leader. Ooh, this is nice. Okay, this formula is really nice, you guys. Also like a cool tone pink, even a little bit more cool than the first. I think we're gonna go with this. I liked how silky this was. This formula is very silky. So I'm actually gonna kind of fill in some of the lip. I'm not using a lipstick, so I'm kind of using this as my lipstick. Next, we're gonna go in with a product that I really love. I was kind of on a kick with this product when I first discovered it. In fact, I would pair this with the NYX Line Out Loud Leave a Legacy liner a lot when I first discovered this, but this is the Duck Plump Lip Gloss in the shade Nude Swing. This is super pigmented, so that's why I felt like I didn't need a lipstick. It's very pigmented. It's also a pretty thick consistency. Do you see that? Like, I don't want to confuse you that it's like a gloss, because it's kind of like it's almost like a mousse or something. I'm gonna do a big swatch here so you can really see the texture of this. Almost like a lipstick gloss hybrid. Now, it doesn't have the shine that a gloss has, but you do get some shine for sure. Perfect. Oh, I love this color. It's so nice. It's a very, very pigmented. This is like a really just great pigmented product, so you can skip lipstick, stay with this. Although I would recommend doing a liner kind of all over the lips, just so that when this wears off, you are left with some color on the lips. So this is the finished look. I love the way that it came out. I think this makeup is gonna last all day, although I almost forgot the one step that just like really makes all the difference. I'm nervous about getting this on my white shirt, you guys. I'm gonna take, hold on, this sounds silly, but I'm gonna do this. I don't want this to get on my white shirt. Okay. Now the makeup will last all day. I don't have anything to worry about. Okay, you guys, I hope you learned something from this video, whether it's a technique you're gonna try or a product that you're excited to check out. Again, I'm gonna tag everything in YouTube Shopping so you can find it there. If you have trouble finding it there, check the description box. All the links will be there with my shade names. Don't forget to check out BK Beauty's Black Friday sale. This is the last big sale of the year, you guys, and the first time to get Nikki Volume 2 on sale. So it's a really big and special deal. All right, you guys, thanks for your time. I hope I see you in my next video. Make sure that you subscribe and that you also hit the bell notification so you get notified when I upload new videos. All right, have a beautiful day. Bye.